towards this manifestation and it's attracting to you.
So wait a second. So you're saying that when I was 15 and wanted to get a truck, so I got a job at a McDonald's, that I was actually manifesting a truck because that's what I wanted, right?
Did you get the truck?
I did get the truck.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
it's
I
funny.
manifested, so, wow, I didn't know that manifestation was just insert, get a fucking job and work, right? I didn't realize that that's
you
all
had the
manifestation
intentions to
meant
get
was
a
that,
truck.
hey, son, you gotta get a fucking job if you want to buy a truck.
Andrew Wilson wrecks this crazy feminist for her delusional take on life and this bizarre manifestation thinking modern women have, as Andrew Wilson listens to these independent women teach him about using their delusion to manifest their reality in this insane display, while Andrew destroys these women for using delusion to interpret common sense. Let's get in.
Watch like a lot of podcasts on like millionaires and billionaires, and when they talk about it, they say how they got to where they are is by being delusional. So that's kind of like...
They definitely don't talk about how they got there by being delusional.
Yes, they do.
Maybe they got there by having big dreams. That's not delusional.
I mean,
it's believing in themselves when nobody else would. Just like Brian said, none of us could have a millionaire. He doesn't believe in us, but that's where the delusion comes in, you know? You gotta have that confidence.
Well, I think all of you could have a millionaire in a conventional sense. The conventional sense being, if you marry a janitor and he's smart with 401k and IRA and pays off his house in 30 years, by the time you guys are in your 60s, you could very easily be married to a guy who has, technically, is a millionaire, and at least with assets included. So I don't think that that's impossible for most people. It's probably impossible in your 20s or 30s. Right? That's probably not going to happen.
I feel like we really set the limitations with our mind, you know, how far we can go in this world.
Is it wish it, want it, do it?
Pretty much. We create our reality every single day. Every single thing that we do.
Did you watch The Secret one day?
Man, I watched.
Is that what happened? Did you
I
watch
read
The
that
Secret
shit.
one day?
I read that shit and 10 other books alongside it. So, yeah.
do you
Yeah,
know?
let me hear it. Yeah, let me-
So
for
how
those
do you
of
know about it,
who don't
Andrew? Have you
know,
read it?
I'll give you the highlights of The Secret, right? It starts like this. I'm going to tell you the secret that every multimillionaire knows, every billionaire knows. All of your corporate overlords know this, and they've been hiding it from you your entire life. And the reason they've been hiding it from you is because once you know this secret, you yourself will be able to actualize the same reality that they've been able to actualize. And here's the thing. I just want to be completely straight with you. That's all a crock of fucking shit, and you've been hacked. And the guys who came up with those books and courses, they made a lot of fucking money.
Did.
The people who read those books, they sure haven't made any money. The people who wrote them, they did pretty well.
Now, have you read The Game of Life and How to Play It?
I have not.
You should. Then you'll really
Why?
understand. It teaches you how to, like, the game of life and everything.
And have you learned from this book, The Game of Life, and put it to the test and have won at life?
I have. I've tested it. And it
Okay,
works.
so how are you winning at life based on the
No,
book?
it's not the winning of life. It's the game of life.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming that you can win the game, right?
I mean, yeah, it's your game. This is like a.
So
we're like in a.
won the game? So have you won the game?
We're living in a video game, basically. It's like a movie. This whole world
Does it
is
give
a
you
movie.
does it give you the
You're on a
cheat
screen.
codes? Is it up up down down left right ABA start select? Is that
much.
You just put in the cheat codes and away you go?
I mean, I'm talking to you through a screen. It's like a movie, right?
This
No,
is actually
it's not
longer
like a
than a
movie.
movie.
Well, like a TV, whatever.
It's like a phone call with video. More
Well,
like that.
like a Zoom.
It's a
like-
portal, Andrew.
It's more like a phone
time
call,
machine.
but then video also. It's more like that than a movie. Movies have like narratives and plots and scripts and actors and things.
Just like
that.
life, though, right?
No, I don't think so.
But every
I
life
don't
has
think
a
life
narrative.
what
has.
to
Do you
do
think
with
life
your
has a script?
I mean, I have a friend who told me that if you just think when you go out that everyone that you don't know is an NPC, it makes life a lot easier. It doesn't. Oh, it really doesn't.
It's a
Yeah.
matter of, I feel like, also, though, like, caring what other people think, too, though. Like, how far you're willing to take yourself and what you're willing to do with your own life. Because you're saying, like, it's a movie, but there's nobody narrating anything or, like, telling you what to do with your life. At the end of the day, it's your choice and what you choose to do with it.
No, I didn't say that, though. I know it's myself making choices.
Besides that, in a video game, you get to restart the level, don't you?
You can restart your life at any time you want.
Wait,
Yeah. What if you lose your life? Can you restart it?
I think so.
Because you sure
Maybe.
can in a video game.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, I believe in
facts.
reincarnation all
Sure
the
can
way.
in a video game. No, I don't think life's like a video game. I don't think it's like a movie.
Yo, so can we talk a little bit more about how manifestation is quote unquote woo woo or bullshit? Because I don't
Absolutely.
understand. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here, I'll give you my best argument against manifestation, right? So let's assume for a second it's real, right? Why do you want to enslave people?
What does enslaving have to do with manifestation?
Well, you see, if you wanted to manifest something that you really wanted, let's say, like let's just take a bicycle, for instance. You wanted to manifest a brand new, spanky, shiny, brand new bike, and it's delivered right to your house in a nice little box. That's an example given in The Secret, in fact. Let's say you wanted a bike, right? And this is what you did. Well, someone's got to build the bike, right? Someone's got to put it together. They got to get the parts, the raw parts. They've got to get every little reflector and assemble all of that, all the chains, all the everything, all that manpower that goes in getting that bike delivered to you. Well, but how do you know that bike was supposed to go to you, right? You manifested it with your mind, man. All those people and all their labor and all their work was all moving towards delivering this product that you manifested with your
Well,
mind,
guess
which
what,
made them
Andrew?
act in a slightly different way than they normally would to make sure you got that bike.
Well, guess
so how's
what?
that not slavery?
I don't think that's slavery. I think that's the divine. You're a Christian, yeah? I don't know. I think that's the divine essence of life, that everything is perfectly coinciding with itself. That's the law of harmony. Everything is in perfect.
There is no law of harmony.
Perfect harmony from your vibration.
Yeah, from your vibration.
Yeah.
Your vibrational
So
harmony.
whatever-
But
so
again,
we're
if I
energetic
wanted to-
beings.
Can you manifest that somebody love you?
Yeah, so can I share with you my theory on manifestation? So life is
I can't wait.
yeah, you better be ready. So life is a compass, right? And now most people think that I want to manifest this nice shiny car, all right? Let me try to think about it, whatever, dream about it, right? No, we manifest every single thing that we do in this earth is a manifestation. And so the way I look at it is it's a compass, right? So from the moment you wake up in the morning, from the moment you go to sleep, you're walking in a direction on this compass, right? Now, whichever direction you're walking, that's going to manifest. That's the law of attraction, right? So if you live as if you want to be with a billionaire, right? You're going to live how a billionaire's wife would live. You're going to do all the things, the gym, the Pilates, whatever. And therefore, that's going to allow your compass to shift in the direction of a millionaire. You're going to the millionaire gyms, the Erewhon, Whole Foods, whatever, right? Like wherever they shop for groceries. I don't know. I'm not from here, but you're walking forward towards this manifestation and it's attracting to you.
So wait a second. So you're saying that when I was 15 and wanted to get a truck, so I got a job at a McDonald's, that I was actually manifesting a truck because that's what I wanted, right?
Did you get the truck?
I did get the truck.
Yeah, I mean
did.
that's it's
So I
funny.
manifested, so wow, I didn't know that manifestation was just insert, get a fucking job and work, right? I didn't realize
Well,
that that's
but you
all
had the
manifestation
intentions to
meant
get
was
a
that,
truck.
hey son, you gotta get a fucking job if you want to buy a truck.
Well, that's
I
the
didn't
funny
realize-
part of
The thing I noticed with all of these feminists who odds are did not grow up with a strong father or strong male presence around any of them is they're learning the quote unquote rules of life or rules of the game from everyone else. They're learning it from online influencers. They're learning it from shops. They're learning it from, these books that they're reading. They're learning it from everyone else besides their dad. Because their dad, like Andrew Wilson, wouldn't say like, oh, you need to manifest this future of yours or, all this gobbledygook. He would say, nope, you got to get off your butt and get a job. Like he would keep it simple. Why? Because as a father, he wouldn't want to make this game of life any more complex or harder than it needs to be. So he wouldn't feed you all of this stupid mumbo jumbo. He would just say, you need to get a job. You need to go do something. Very simple, like Andrew Wilson pointed out. So, but the biggest difference is your dad, your father, cares about you. He genuinely cares about you and your future, and he's doing the utmost to protect you on that course. When you're buying a $20 book and you're listening or like spending thousands of dollars on some of these people, right? They don't give a shit about you. They got nothing to lose. They got nothing in, no hand in the game in your game of life. They don't care. They're just taking your money. And then you're buying into all of this nonsense, making life more complex, more, harder than it has to be. And then you wonder why you're not getting the things that you're trying to get. Why? Because you're putting up more barriers in between you and there. You know, all this crap equals get a job. It's very simple. But hit that like button and notification bell if you're enjoying the video. And if you want to help support the channel, check out the membership page for more. And let's get back in.
Part about it, Andrew, it's so simple. It's so simple. People make it so complicated, but it's really so simple.
At the end of the day, manifestation.
So if you want to manifest
just
stuff,
be hard
like
work
money,
and passion.
hang on, so to get this right, if I want to
You don't have to
manifest
work
something
hard
like,
to
let's
make
say
money,
money, I should get a fucking job.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. You should get a job. You should wake up early. You should be ready to go. And you should be ready to be the best worker. And then you're going to get the money that you want. And it's that simple. You know, I manifested to be on this podcast today.
So then, instead of just calling this, I don't know, common sense, like if you want money, get job, why do you call it manifestation? Why all the woo-woo and crystals and magicry?
Well, I don't know how you equated crystals to manifestation, but anyways.
Yeah, you can manifest a crystal if you want to.
Yeah, you could. Well, the reason I state it this way is because we are energetic beings on this earth. So we are emitting a frequency at a certain vibration. Whether if you're doing drugs and partying, you're at a certain vibration different to somebody else who's taking care of themselves, right? So whichever vibration you're putting into the universe, you're going to get right back. And that's why it's so important. I mean, manifestation is just a term for it. There's a million ways to explain it. How about praying? We can talk about praying because you're a Christian. I see a lot of similarities there.
As planning?
I said praying.
No, but I know. But before we get into praying, why wouldn't you just describe what you're talking about as planning, long-term planning?
I think it's because when you need to manifest something, you need to be not only planning but acting with it. You need to be moving as if you already have this.
Right?
No.
Planning is a thought.
Plan's worthless if you don't try to follow the plan.
I mean, most people, they make plans and they don't follow
Plan is
through.
a thought, a follow is what comes after.
Yeah, it's about the action with it. So you can make a plan and not follow through, but it's still a plan, yes or no?
Yeah, sure. I think that you're just talking about what your grandparents would have called common sense. They're like, well, son, what you should do is get yourself a nice planner and plan out your next year and get yourself a job and save yourself some money.
Just
and you're
'cause you
like,
write it down
yeah,
don't
and you're
mean you
like,
don't do
and
it.
also
Can I say
let's add
something?
additional steps like hugging trees, vibrations.
All
and
right, wait,
manifestation.
Andrew, wait.
Yeah, Andrew Wilson is 100% right. Like, this is just a reinterpretation of common sense. Like, you're just making this harder than it has to be. But all these vibes and vibrations and, you know, the feels and all this, you know, if you look at the end result, is it really working for all these women? Like, are they really achieving are they achieving happiness? Because, you know, every poll shows that the majority of all these liberal women on the left who follow this mumbo jumbo are the most unhappy. They're the most depressed, right? I mean, they don't have kids. They have the most mental illness. They're on the most medications. Like, it's not really working out for these women in the long run because your perception is reality and you will move in that way. So if you're going to perceive reality and all of this vibrational energy gobbledygook, well, it's going to make it a whole lot harder to manifest the consequences on the other side instead of just saying clear cut, hey, make a plan, get a job, save money, go. Like, very, very straightforward and simple. But thanks for watching. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought about what Andrew Wilson had to say, completely destroying these delusional feminists for trying to manifest common sense. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.